Good morning, and welcome to Central Ridge School District. My name is Ed Caswell, and I'm the principal of Central Ridge High School. I extend a warm welcome to distinguished members of the Central Ridge Board of Education, Dr. Charles Russo, the Eastern Ridge Superintendent, our administrators, teachers, support staff, parents, family and friends, and of course, the graduating class of 2018. At this time, we name the roast the senior class president. Please approach the dais. Dan will be reciting our Pledge of Allegiance. Please remain standing for our national anthem, which will be performed by the Central Ridge Symphonic Band.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Today, we are celebrating the 118th graduation ceremony at Central Ridge High School. Our school community has established a strong tradition of academic excellence and social development. Through the years, our Board of Education has continually supported and enhanced these traditions. Honored guests, please welcome Mr. Joshua Foster, Board of Education President.
Extremely exciting. Amazing class with significant achievements in athletics, academics, robotics, the arts. It's an honor for me to have an opportunity to speak to you today. Congratulations to you and your families. You have achieved a significant goal. Today, a key milestone in your lives and the beginning of great things to come with more experiences, opportunities, and potential than ever before. Finally, congratulations to our great teachers and staff. Without the hard work of your families, teachers, and staff, this accomplishment would not be possible. As you move forward in your lives, I believe that it's important to set clear and defined goals. You wouldn't be here without goals. Goals to graduate, to excel in your education, to achieve greatness in sports, and all of your endeavors. You set the goals you achieved today years ago on your club and NYO soccer and lacrosse teams, in Richmond Little League, with the educational plans you set with parents, teachers, and guidance counselors. You practice and study hard to achieve them, and you're here today because you're successful. Give yourself a round of applause. Those goals are the key to your success. I graduated high school with no goal for life or career. I started college, got my wasn't until I set a clear goal as to what I wanted to achieve that I started to see any success. Work to develop a picture of what you would like your life to be. Figure out what you love and what will make you happy. Find your purpose rather than just an income. A goal or purpose should be a point of light to use to guide you in the time to cover, because it will be a promise. And to remind you why you were working so hard to help you refocus and re-anchor your efforts. Set lofty goals and push yourself to achieve them. Become comfortable outside your comfort zone and work harder than the rest, because only there can you achieve real success. Goals and your purpose are not set in stone. They are evolving and changing concepts as your experiences provide you with greater insight into the world and yourself. I'm not talking about solely career goals, although that is a key component. Set life goals, family goals, goals to ensure you are fulfilled and happy. The key is to be open-minded as you take the next step in life. Think, explore, and question everything, and set the right goals for you. Your interests in life will change over time, so reassess and readjust to ensure you're properly balanced. Whatever your goals may be, focus on how you will be rewarded. Take control of your lives, they are yours and yours alone to live. Enjoy the path and the experiences you have along the way, but make an active choice as to your direction. Do not allow your path to be chosen for you, or follow the path with the inability to choose. Be active, be engaged in life. Continue to learn through the experiences of your life and push yourself to have as many different experiences as possible. Don't be afraid to take chances and fail to achieve your goals. That's okay. Monumental success often comes from lofty goals and the courage to take risks to achieve them. You will achieve nothing if you don't try, and I urge you to believe in yourselves. While it may sound simple, be nice. Maintain a set of ethical standards and a code by which you live. Consider your community. Try to make things a bit better, make people a bit happier, make kids a bit more educated than when you arrived. I offer you my sincere congratulations and wish you well.
Central Michigan High School has a time-honored tradition of bringing back one of our own to deliver the commencement keynote address. This year, the honor goes to Mr. Dennis O'Connor, Central Michigan High School graduate class of 2000. When Dennis agreed to be this year's keynote speaker, I was curious what it was like in high school. I first spoke with Mrs. Hessian, who was the guidance counselor. When I mentioned the name Dennis O'Connor, she immediately jumped out of the chair and said, "What an awesome kid," and he was part of one of my favorite graduating classes ever. Great sense of humor, always smiled, quiet and humble. I then spoke with Mr. Slipstein, who coached Dennis in basketball. When I mentioned his name without hesitation, he described to me a young man who was literally the last kid off the bench in a game, but the leader of the practice squad, someone who literally dived the ball in practice all the time. A leader, by example. When I dug deeper, it became clear that one of Dennis' strongest character traits was his commitment to public service. During high school, Dennis was an active member of the Manitoba Volunteer Ambulance Company. He actually would leave high school early to respond to emergencies. This passion helped Dennis earn a full scholarship to the New York Institute of Technology, where he became a campus EMT. Both during and after college, Dennis continued to stay active in the area of emergency services as a dispatcher, paramedic, and paramedic first responder throughout Suffolk County. Always looking to lend a hand in moments of crisis, Dennis was one of the first to report to Ground Zero, assisting the Red Cross on September 11, 2001, where he camped out at Trinity Church for 2 days while assisting in the massive cleanup effort. In 2006, Dennis became a Suffolk County police officer. For the last 11 years, Officer Dennis O'Connor has served Center Riches and his neighboring communities in the 7th Precinct, and now he's in the 4th Precinct. During his tenure, he has been formally recognized for excellence in police work by the Suffolk County Police Department on 5 separate occasions, and has been designated 7th Precinct Top of the Month 4 times, including his response to a car fire in 2014. Upon arriving at the scene, civilians pointed out to Officer O'Connor that the driver, a resident of Manorville, was trapped in the back of a burning vehicle. Officer O'Connor acted quickly with the help of two good Samaritans and smashed out a car window and pulled the driver to safety just moments before the vehicle was engulfed in flames. In 2016, Officer O'Connor again responded to a car fire on Sunrise Highway. However, on this occasion, while he was approaching the burning car, he was struck by a drunk driver and thrown into the highway median. He was airlifted to Stony Brook University and was treated for a concussion and multiple leg injuries. Despite his condition, Officer O'Connor was determined to get back into his patrol vehicle and after 14 weeks of intensive physical therapy, he was back on the job. In addition to his daily patrol responsibilities, Officer O'Connor also serves as a tactical paramedic on the Medical Crisis Action Team known as MedCat. This innovative unit, which has been referred to as the Medical SWAT Team, deploys police officers to deliver life-saving care under fire when mere seconds separate life and death. As a tactical paramedic, Officer O'Connor has committed to responding to any active large-scale event and tends to involve victims sustaining critical injuries. He also delivers bleeding control trainings across Suffolk County in conjunction with the Stony Brook Hospital Trauma Team. To this day, Officer O'Connor continues to value volunteerism and serve his community and somehow finds time to hold the position of captain of the fire department in his hometown, East Mauritius. Officer O'Connor's parents, Ann and Dennis, are here this morning as well. The last time they were at a school function, I believe, was his sister Carrie's Central graduation in 2002. Welcome. Central Merchant School community, it's my honor to introduce and welcome home Officer Dennis O'Connor.
Thank you for having me here today. It's a great honor to be back at my former high school to speak to you at the graduation ceremony. In 1996, I came to this school as a new student in 10th grade. It was intimidating starting a new school and just trying not to get lost in the whole place. The other students knew right away that I was new here. My first day left a lasting impression on me. Everyone here was so welcoming. Students approached me and introduced me to others. After school, the parents of this community would introduce themselves and welcome me to this area. I'm so glad that I've been able to stay involved in the community over the years. I live nearby and I'm a member of the Suffolk County Police Department. I volunteer for the East Mauritius Fire Department. This building has changed a lot over the years since I graduated. It's definitely a lot different. But I've been able to see the education when I respond here on the fire truck when one of your science projects go awry and you trip the fire alarm. So I've seen many changes in this school. Since I'm also a paramedic, I became a part of the Medical Crisis Action Team of the Suffolk County Police Department. And I get involved with the schools around the county. The MedCat team is comprised of 26 staff paramedics that trained to respond to the ever-increasing threats. Recently, I came back here and helped teach a bleeding control class at some of the faculty and staff. I think my life has come full circle when I now teach some of the teachers at my high school. I had the opportunity to meet Principal Caswell and hear about some of the programs and changes he has instituted in my high school. Mr. Caswell believes that we should all give back to the community, and I could hardly agree. And looking back, I realized that a lot of how my life turned out started back when I was sitting in the same spot that you guys are sitting now. Just being here, and this is part of my speech, I missed the homecoming parade, the sporting activities, how simple it was and how happy I was when I was in your spot. Last year I couldn't fit into this uniform. This year it's a little loose. I have to worry about my metabolism and what I eat. Life is so much more simple when I sat where you are. This is a small community. It's very tight-knit. You'll come to see that when the community comes together, everyone benefits. Realize that and be a part of it. I was a good student most of the time. I was a proud founder of the physics club in this school. The physics club was very exclusive. In order to be in a physics club, you had to consistently get detention. A few of us had detention so much that the yearbook committee took our picture and posted it in the yearbook as a club. I had good grades, I just couldn't get my legs in my car. I was advanced in math and science, so I finished my requirements for graduation early and only had to attend a half-day of school in my senior year. This is when I started giving back to the community. I would leave school and volunteer on the ambulance and become an EMT. When you give to others, you'll find that it can be rewarding in many ways. That EMT training from the senior year of high school landed me a work-study program opportunity to be the campus EMT at my college. It was a full scholarship program that paid for 3 years of my schooling. Now, sometimes you'll hit bumps in the road. My scholarship program was supposed to be 4 years. But after featuring the EMTs in the school newspaper for assisting at Ground Zero on 9/11 and praising the work we did to help, the school then unexpectedly dropped our last year scholarship program without warning. We had 1 week to vacate our dorms before the school year started. And could you imagine the shock of my parents when all of a sudden I said, "Surprise, I'm home." They thought they had gotten rid of me, but not so much. That's right, parents, some of you were excited, kids moving on and the house would be peacefully quiet. It might not go as planned. Just remember that in a few minutes, when these students crossed the stage, you just became landlords to young adult squatters. You all will be encountering completely new experiences in life over the coming years. It's a big moment in your lives. Some things will go according to plan and some things will not. We all know that family comes first. You may have other priorities and goals to accomplish, but don't forget the sense of community and service to others. When you students branch out in the next few years, remember that's what this community has taught you. Bring that sense of community and helping each other with you. I've seen this community come together during Hurricane Sandy, neighbors with chainsaws helping each other, clearing paths for others. On May 19th of last year, I was called from home to respond to a man who lit St. John's Church on fire. I saw the community come together again, parents looked after each other's kids, the fire department, police, and EMS, all from the local area, came together to support one another. But it's not just the bad events that show the spirit of Center Ridges. I was able to take part in welcoming home the state champion soccer and baseball teams and went through the experience as well. The kids made us proud and the community rallied. Congratulations again to those students. Some of what you have here in this small town you might take for granted. Realize it, appreciate it, bring it with you wherever you end up going. Be an example for others to follow. Pay it forward. Because when we all come together, when we all work together, when people consistently put the needs of others before themselves, everyone wins. Congratulations to the class of 2018 and best of luck to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2018, it is with great pride and admiration that I introduce a truly wonderful individual, the class of 2018 salutatorian, Armand A.J. Lanner.
Today we are gathered to celebrate Center Ridges High School class of 2018. As such, can we give them a big round of applause? All of us today, whether beginning in kindergarten or 12th grade, have made memories here, shaping who we are. Getting to the celebration today, we all have our own trials and hardships to overcome. At this point, You might even believe that because of that, your high school experience is anything but special. I would kind of like to say you are wrong. Because there can be no true understanding of the happiness of success without the disappointment of failure. And while I can't explicitly speak to the difficulties each of us has faced or our own personal victories, I can speak to the extraordinary mark our class has made upon Center Ridge High School and its community. We are the class that carried our boys soccer team to an undefeated season. We are the class that took the leading role in STEM education in our district, hosting robotics competition and events at elementary school. We are the class who led our baseball team to states. We are the class that took our robotics team to the international championship. And most of all, we are the class whose greatest legacy is what work we've done in our local community, organizations like IGHL, the MIO, the Catch Me In, and helping make it happen. This last piece of friendship and appreciation for our neighbors, for our community, has truly defined us. If you have been a friend, you have made your contribution. In order to achieve this legacy of ours as a class, we have been a collection of extraordinarily talented individuals with a diverse range of personalities and interests, from musicians with their own band, to artists, to curious thinkers, to athletes, to whatever it is that you are. Everyone has something different to offer. But the thing we all have to offer is that at some point, we've all been a friend. The most important aspect all our class has accomplished is that we've done it as a community, as friends. Now, however, we stand at a crossroads. There's a new choice of who we want to be. We all know we haven't looked for our best foot forward. But a new opportunity to be better follows today's realities. A whole lifetime to do who you want and to establish your own personal legacy. But before we forge ahead as we leave today, I would like to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who has helped us thus far. Thank you for all the time and positive energy you put into our lives. It's meant a lot to all of us. For my party words, I'll say this. Don't waste the only chance you're given to live. Have a passion for living, and don't be afraid to care. Happiness will take whatever comes with it.
At this time, would the senior members of the symphonic band please assemble? For the final time, our graduates will be performing first movement and second suite in tap. Our school district's many accomplishments are a result of a community effort. Children, parents, teachers, administrators, and support staff will work together on a daily basis to create a powerful learning environment. The individual charged with maintaining and enhancing this dynamic is the superintendent of schools. Please join me in welcoming our superintendent, Mr. Russell Stewart.
Good morning, members of the Board of Education, Dr. Russo, Superintendent of these provisions, our principal, Mr. Caswell, fellow administrators, our distinguished faculty, parents, relatives, friends, and of course, the class of 2018. As I look out into the sea of white and red and white, I can only imagine what special day it is for each and every one. As I contemplate the future for the class of 2018, I envision the boundless possibilities that lie ahead. As young adults, you will have the opportunity to move forward in the direction that you choose for your life. 40 years ago, at your 8th grade moving up ceremony, I spoke about the academic achievements of the 2014 graduating senior class. I made a bold prediction 4 years ago, and I stated to you as 8th graders, and I quote, I am confident that when I stand here in this place in June 2018 at your high school graduation, I will be able to say that the class of 2018, your senior class, has achieved the best results of any class in the history of Seminole Riches. This prediction in 2014 certainly came true as the class of 2018 shattered the Seminole Riches record for advanced regions performance. During that same speech, 2014, I left you with one thought, in fact, one word, edify. I asked you to imagine the magnitude of your accomplishments if we all live with an attitude of love and in the spirit of edification. I asked you to imagine if we all did as Tim Delgado did in 2014, and I referenced the story of Tim Delgado, your fellow here, and Bo Jin Lee, a special needs student in the Port Jefferson School District. I quoted then from the Port Jefferson Athletic Director, as she stated, Tim Delgado showed the greatest act of sportsmanship that we have ever witnessed at an athletic event. As a result, our athletic community was fortunate to experience what only a handful of people ever experience, true and genuine kindness. And I ended my speech with our very own Jay Petropoulos and John Rocco, quoting our beloved Mr. Anthony Parlato, help someone today. As 8th graders, I told you, when you are left with the choice to either tear down or build up, choose to edify. And so, this morning, on your high school graduation day, I am going to add something to that advice that I gave you 4 years ago. I would like to leave you with a few thoughts on how love perpetuates edification. Without love, edification cannot exist. As you venture out into the world, you will come across countless experiences and encounter many new people, many of whom will become acquaintances and some lifelong friends. You will very likely be bombarded with numerous ideals and modes of thinking. Some of these ideologies may be tried and true, while others unconstructive and harmful. One basic and vital notion, quite oftentimes overlooked, is the concept of love. Love is a devotion and deep regard for something, a steadfast, enduring loyalty to someone or something. When one navigates through the world with love at the forefront of one's thinking and the basis of one's actions, extraordinary things take place. When love envelops an individual, a school, a community, and so on and so forth down the line, astounding accomplishments and and results are produced. There are those that live by this notion of love. Many members of this community who touch lives in tremendous ways and in various facets, and whose love is passed on so that it energizes and edifies all those in its past. One such community member, who Jade and John mentioned in 2014, who saw life through the eyes of love, was Mr. Anthony Parlato. He was a man of noble character, a man who gave his life and time for others. Many of you know and felt that love that he endlessly and unselfishly demonstrated. Inspired by Mr. Parlato, I would be remiss if I did not mention our own Keith Computer. Keith's organization, Helping Make You Happy, is an organization whose sole purpose is based on acts of kindness and love. Keith is always there to lend a helping hand, and his door is always open to anyone in need. His love, kind-heartedness, and genuine friendship emanates throughout and beyond the Senator Richards community. Anthony Parlato and Keith Computer not only love in words, but in deeds. Seniors, remember that a loving deed does not always have to be huge in your mind or take on an exorbitant amount of time. Never underestimate the power that a small, loving deed can have on one another. 8 years ago, on my first working day in Senator Richards as superintendent, a then sweet 10-year-old girl handed me a newspaper as I was sitting in a bagel strip store on Main Street. Although a small act, the impression that small, loving, and welcoming act had on me is one that I will never forget, and one that I look to emulate every single day. Thank you, Maddie and Juliana, for handing me the newspaper. Thank you. Graduates, as you go on in life and embark on the journey that you on, always remember to love and to edify, and to follow by example those that have gone before you, emulating and keeping alive the genuine sentiment of love that they embody. Love yourself, love your family, love your friends, your school, your community, your country, and your world. Seniors, I challenge you to keep love as your primary focus and your chief motivation. It will have an impact that can never be rivaled nor ever be forgotten. Class of 2018, it has been over 300,000 minutes since you set forth through the doors of Senator Richards High School, and now you are here today at graduation. Do not be sad that it is over. Be happy that it happened. One chapter has ended, and the time for a new one has begun. It is time for you to say goodbye to the past and welcome the future. I extend to you my personal congratulations on completing this phase of your education. God bless the class of 2000.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2018, together, let us formally recognize and welcome an outstanding young man who has accomplished so much. The class of 2018 valedictorian, Kevin Gamelli.
Good morning. I'd like to first start off by just saying thank you to the teachers, faculty, and students for making these last 7 years some of the greatest times of my life. I didn't grow up in Senator Richards. I first lived in Hop and I moved here in 6th grade. Now, if you look at me, you can see I have pretty big ears. Since the 6th grade, my head's grown, but my ears, well, they've been the same size. When you couple that with the fact that I came in December, right around Christmas time, well, You get this big joke going around. Oh, the new kid, he's got to be an elf. I have to say, the only elf that escaped the North Pole didn't come to some riches. He went to New York City, and his name's Buddy. Anyway, besides that one part, I was very openly embraced by some riches. Back in Hot I didn't have any friends. The school was so big that no one really knew anyone. Most of the people that I did know were just plain people. Coming to some riches gave me a chance to make new friends and really become myself. As you guys come out to the real world, you're going to face a similar experience. No one's going to know all those stupid things you did in high school. Now, it's finally the time you're forgiven. You're about to have a clean slate that you can mold into every decision. Now, that's great and all. But how do you really change how people perceive you? The answer is through first impressions. First impressions are going to be really important. There's that people saying that goes, oh, never judge a book by its cover. That's great and all, but too bad, because after all, it's a problem. People are going to judge you from the moment they look at you. It's plain human nature. Fortunately, you have a choice. You have a choice in who you are. You have to make it from the second you meet someone. You can choose to be a jerk. Or, you can be the person who gets everyone thinking about how they can be like you. Life is all about first impressions. Leaving here today, you're going to be making a lot of them. It all starts with a friendly. Hi, my name is Kevin. It's nice to meet you. Extend out your hand and give a nice, firm handshake. Look them in the eyes with a big, warm smile. Then, repeat these steps for all the people you meet. Now, I will tell you the answer. However, we're humans. That's the hard thing. Sometimes, we're not going to be honest. So instead, all you have to do is genuinely try to be nice. Take a second before everything you do, consider how it will affect them, with the hope that others will do the same or make decisions that will affect you. So, breathe in, take time to reflect, embrace your clean slate, and good luck in the future.
I have a lot to share about with you concerning this graduating class. Like a proud parent, I can't wait to write about all the accomplishments. But before I describe in detail the class of 2018 that's left an indelible mark on Central Bridges High School, I have two brief stories to share with you this morning. First story. One day, a teacher said to his class, "Okay, time for a quiz." Then he pulled out a 1-gallon wide-mouth mason jar and set it on the table in front of them. He then produced about a dozen fist-sized rocks and carefully placed them, one at a time, into the jar. When the jar was filled to the top and all the rocks would fit inside, he asked, "Is this jar full?" Everyone in the class said, "Yes." The teacher said, "Really?" He reached under the table and pulled out a bucket of gravel. Then he dumped some gravel in and shook the jar, causing pieces of gravel to work themselves down into the space between the big rocks. He asked the group once more, "Is the jar full?" By this time, the class was on to him. "Probably not." "Good," he replied. He reached under the table and brought out a bucket of sand. He started dumping the sand in the jar and went all the spaces left between the rocks with gravel. Once more, he asked the question, "Is the jar full?" "No," the class shouted. Once again, he said, "Good." Then he grabbed a pitcher of water and began to pour it into the jar until it was filled to the brim. Then he looked at the class and asked, "So what's the point of the illustration?" The class shook their heads. Then he explained, "The truth of this illustration teaches us, if you don't put the big rocks in first, you'll never get them all in. What are the big rocks of our lives? Your children, your loved ones, your education, your dreams, a worthy cause, teaching or mentoring others, doing things you love, time for yourself, your health. Think of the jar as your life. Remember to put those big rocks in first, or you'll never get them at all. Second story. I recently spent some quality time with my sister-in-law, Carolyn. Carolyn married my brother, Bill. Both Bill and Carolyn attended Cornell University, fell in love with Cornell, and graduated from Cornell. It's fair to say that Cornell University is certainly an important cornerstone in their lives. Carolyn became an economist and worked for the IRS in Washington, D.C. She is an intelligent, loving individual. Do not ask for more perfect sister-in-law. Anyway, Carolyn shared some really deep thoughts with me. Without any conflict or transition in our conversation, she said, "You know what? When I was on the rowing team in Cornell, we would only have about 6 races per year. And each race would only last a few minutes. We would race and then, poof, the race was over. You know what I miss about rowing? It's not the race at all. I miss the hours and hours of practice that took place day in and day out. I miss waking up at 5 a.m. to make 6 a.m. practices on the shores of Lake Cayuga. I miss the smell of the morning. I miss the feel of the water splashing on my face. I miss the sight of the sun filtering through the mist. I miss the sound of an oar as it entered the water stroke after stroke. There was a lot more to rowing than the race." So what's the takeaway from these two stories? One lesson would be that if you sweat the small stuff, it might get in the way of what you really want to achieve. Eliminate the small stuff, the distraction, the pettiness, the minutia of the daily grind that takes away from the big moving pictures. Or the lesson could be that it's important to take the time to dip your oar into the water for the sun to beam through the early morning fog at the crack of dawn, to appreciate the little things of life. I think it's a combination of both what the teacher and what Carolyn said. Be aware of the world around you and see things for what they clearly are. A distraction or a precious moment. A big ticket item or a little victory. We should develop the ability to differentiate between what truly matters and what can get in our way. Appreciate life as it presents itself to us. Big rocks, dipping our oars into the blue waters of Lake Cayuga, whatever shape or size is presented to us, life is a gift. The treasure of life is a measure of love and respect. During these last 4 years, we have certainly lived together, loved, and respected each other. Through ups and downs, good times and challenging, this graduating class has so much to be proud of. Let's celebrate your achievements. Academically, 59 seniors have weighted averages over 90%. Our seniors will be attending many outstanding colleges and universities, including but not limited to SUNY, Binghamton, Stony Brook, Geneseo, Albany, Buffalo, New Falls, Portland, Rockport, Keene State, and Farmingdale. The University of Maryland, NYU, Pace University, Stevens Institute of Technology, University of Delaware, St. Joseph College, College of New Jersey, FIT, St. John's University, South Dakota School of Mines and Technology, Clarkson University, and the University of Texas at Austin, just to name a few. Our seniors will be studying in a variety of areas, which include mechanical engineering and chemistry, applied physics, political science, nursing, mathematics, veterinary science, accounting, physical therapy, fashion merchandising, biomedical engineering, cybersecurity, education, and journalism. We had 29 seniors that had weighted averages of 95 or better. Please stand when I call your name and please hold the applause until all the names are read. Kevin Gamellon, Armand Leonard, Jenna Volkemer, Ryan McGill, Austin Colon, Sarah Inzarello, Julia Wynn, Stephanie Sunderman, Kirsten Furman, Amanda Martins, Sandra Smith, Julia Meehan, Abigail Harney, Thomas Molina, Juan Lee, Megan Roca, Rachel Gregory, Crystal Solik, Alexa McNamara, Christina Frauenhofer, Jordan Cooper, Allison Hogan, Megan Newman, Angela Iacarino, Joseph Triolo, Kayla Macy, Julia May Hansel, Doris Aguilar, Dylan DeLorme. At this time, we would like to recognize the top performing senior in each of our academic departments. All award winners through the years are prominently displayed in our Academic Excellence Showcase outside of my office. When your name is called, please come up to receive your plaque. In the Department of Arts, Kyla Jankowski. Business, Megan Roga. English, Austin Cologne. Mathematics, Sarah Ingerello. Instrumental music band, Jenna Voldemer. Vocal music, Dylan Andrews. Physical education, Amanda Martins. Physical education, Armand Leonard. Science, Kevin Gamella. French, Amanda Martins.
McGill. Technology, Armand Leonard. And citizenship goes to John Lovato. This year, we have two seniors who will be serving our country and have officially enlisted in the armed services. We wish these young men well and safe passage. Please stand and be recognized, and please hold your applause until all names are read. Sean Casey, United States Army. Dominic Nolo, United States Marines. Gentlemen, approach the stage. Congratulations. In the area of music and drama, class of 2018 had many shining stars. If I were a betting man, or better yet, if I were a rich man, I would venture to guess that this year's rendition of Fiddler on the Roof would be remembered for the ages. Our talented seniors this year absolutely made their mark on our school. Dylan Andrews' portrayal of the iconic character Tevye was a Herculean undertaking. Dylan was able to grasp the historical and cultural significance of the show and was able to weave this understanding into his character. Amanda Martin's rather storied drama career has been a force to be reckoned with. Amanda possesses the trifecta that old directors crave: singing, dancing, and acting. Her role is vital, is played to perfection. Jenna Locker's commitment to excellence is quite evident throughout this entire production. From the first day of the rehearsal to the final closing curtain, Jenna will always be our outlaw. Teenie Award nominee Ryan McGill was cast in the perfect role as Bob the Tailor. These two characters are really one and the same. Ryan's ability to ad lib, especially when it comes to showing machines, will always be remembered and appreciated. Haley Casino was again the matchmaker. This role really brought out Haley's inner Yenta, which in turn brought great joy to the audience. Julia Schaefer was so happy to return
return to the stage for production in the role of Grandma's idol. Juliet was an extraordinary talent, and we were so excited to have her on our team for this performance. Megan Newton, a dedicated and productive drama club member for the past 4 years. Megan's role as Chandel was the perfect way to exit the high school stage. Megan's calming demeanor will be greatly missed. Lastly, our two senior student directors, Charlotte Barron and Evelyn Preston, led this talented yet rambunctious group while maintaining their sanity. It's never easy being a student director, and wanted to make sure they all know that the show could not have gone on without them. Mazel tov to our all graduating seniors. In the music department, Dylan Andrews and Jenna Volkmer were both chosen to participate in the Old County Chorus and Band, respectively. Jenna was also selected to perform the All State Symphonic Band and became the first instrumental student in Central Ridge High School history to be eligible to audition for the All National Ensemble. Senior members led both the jazz groups for first place suite in the Music in the Bars Festival, and for the first time ever, the jazz ensemble was awarded the highest rating of Superior. Carlos Jakubowski and Paul Kinderman emerged as leaders in the chorus, setting the tone for making beautiful music, and every senior music student had received a significant role in helping the Central Ridge community receive the 2018 Best Communities for Education Music. In terms of athletics, several members of this graduating class performed exceptionally well, both on the field and in the classroom. The following teams were named New York State Scholar Athlete teams: boys and girls cross country, boys golf, boys and girls soccer, boys and girls tennis, boys and girls winter track, boys and girls lacrosse, cheerleading, and girls basketball. The following teams received high honors this year: boys soccer, county champions, Long Island champions, regional champions, state champions. Boys basketball, county champions, Long Island champions, regional finalists. Baseball, county champions, Long Island champions, regional champions, and state champions. The following individuals received high honors this year: Paul County, Erica Maya for soccer, Tim Delgado football, David Cranston baseball, Troy Good basketball, Ben Hamilton soccer, John O'Neill wrestling, Maddie Giuliano lacrosse, Alec May baseball, John Mercado football, Liam Polson for baseball, Cassie Smith softball. All Long Islanders: Eric Maya soccer, Ben Hamilton soccer, Liam Polson for baseball. And Cassie Smith softball. All State: Eric Maya soccer, Troy Good basketball, Ben Hamilton soccer, and Liam Polson for baseball. All Region, which includes New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware: Eric Maya, Ben Allison. The following seniors won special recognition awards this year: Troy Good, the 7th Player of the Year; Ben Hamilton, Suffolk County Small School, Newsday, Long Island, New York State Player of the Year. In addition, Ben was named United Soccer Coaches All-American, which for the first time in our school's history, this accolade has been awarded. Kirsten Furman and Julia Wing were named Scholar Athletes for soccer. Eric Maya and Hamilton, Donald Wood, Pastor Smith were members of the exceptional senior teams, and Troy Wood and Pastor Smith were members of the all tournament teams. Congratulations. In addition to the above-mentioned achievements, there are so many other memories and questions of this class that possibly go unnoticed, and by many, that are certainly worth sharing with everyone this morning. Special thanks to our terrific morning announcement crew this year. We've got the visible voices of Elizabeth DeLong, Ryan McGill, Megan McCullis, and John Devato. Give a big round of applause.
And Nigel Wise found success at Center Riches. And Nigel is so appreciative of opportunities and achievements. She is so hardworking and always sets goals for herself. Most recently enrolling in the program, to become an ophthalmologic assistant technician. It's a mouthful. Let's give her a big round of applause. Jim Delgado. Well, we heard from Mr. Stewart speak about him earlier. We're sharing some more observations about him. Grateful, humble, and kind. One of the most down-to-earth individuals you will ever meet. A leader among his peers. We wish you well at Plymouth State and fall. Speaking of being humble and kind, let's not forget to give a big shout out to Louise Alanis. That's right, you. A genuine, family-minded, responsible, and loving individual who will certainly continue making his mark on the world. Louise. In my opinion, one of the best exchange students Center Riches has ever had, Juan Lee, hardworking, not campus, and made friends quickly. He never took advantage of an opportunity, and he gave so much back to our school. Thank you. Did you know that A.J. Leonard and Dave Tremmel earned the distinction of becoming an Eagle Scout? Their hard work and dedication to our community and certain occasions paid huge dividends. A.J. and David are part of an elite fraternity and should be quite proud of their accomplishments. Did you know that Ryan McGill recently became an official honor flight guardian? What's an honor flight guard, you may ask? Well, he accepted the incredible responsibility of assisting Marine War United States Army veteran Gene Bloom while traveling to the Marine War Memorial in Washington, D.C. Ryan is part of a special group of volunteers nationwide that journeyed to go World War II and Korean War veterans to Washington, and a special thanks for their service to our country. Thank you, Ryan. Did you know that Sean Casey and Sean Scrabble have attended the annual Special Olympics Games for the last 4 years? They stay the entire 6 hours each year and refuse their CSET points, and more importantly, become rock stars for the participants. Their compassion and care are part of their DNA, which will take them quite far in life. Did you know that one of Tiffany Molessi's goals is to be a professional race car driver? That's right. Tiffany will be attending Lindsey Wilson College in Kentucky in an attempt to make this dream a reality. Looking forward to seeing her on the NASCAR circuit. Did you know that the senior class ranked me pretty good this year, filling my office with senior quotes that never made it into the yearbook? On reflection, maybe we should have included senior quotes. So here are 4 really good ones that were included in the stack of quotes that were taken forward in my office. The future is brighter than Mr. Toad's shiny head. Bro, we just graduated to go back to school again. I'm gonna stand outside, and if anyone asks, I'm outstanding. And my personal favorite, from the infamous philosopher and life coach, Paris Hilton. If somebody ever asks you to do something, do it really bad, so you never have to do it again. This is, by the way, the first time I've ever shouted out the entire class in a graduation address. It's the first one because this class of 2018 deserves
deserves this honor and distinction. This is a fantastic group that I will really miss. At this time, let's direct your attention to the smart TV. This will be on the website. You can click on it anytime. Second signed by Matt. never just be behind St. Mauritius. It will be part of your lives forever. It will be a source of strength and inspiration to forge new trails and pathways. As A.J. Leonard said earlier, a passion for living, don't be afraid to care. Happiness will take whatever form you let it. As Kevin Gamella said, our final thought, take a second for everything you do. Breathe in, take time to reflect and embrace your clean slate, and good luck in the future. So what are we waiting for? It's time to award the class of 2018 their diploma.
Assisting us with our first set of diplomas is Board of Education Trustee, Mr. Thomas Hogan. Kevin Gamella. Dylan Andrews. Junior Calderon. Elizabeth DeLong. Molly Dennis. David Franchi. Allison Hogan. Madeline Juliana. Crystal McKee. AJ Leonard. Alexa McNamara. Julia Navas. Evelyn Preston. Taylor. Taya Treadwell. Doris Aguilar. Luis Alanis. Eric Amaya. To assist us with the next set of diplomas will be Board of Education President, Mr. Joshua Foster. Karina Amaya. Jake Argyropoulos. Christina Arango. Clarice Arnold. Charlotte Barron. Bradley Bartholomew. Michael Bowman. James Paloma. Katia Blakey. Daniel Marone. Amanda Martins. Francine Mistrangelo. Kayla Maisie. Kayla Messina. Tiffany Malesi. Thomas Molina. To assist us with the next set of diplomas is the Board of Education trustee, Mrs. Danielle Bench. Dina Bouchard. Christopher Burns. Sean Casey. Liam Passion. Sammy Chen. Marion Chris. Frank Claude. Austin Sloan. Jordan Cooper. Juliana De Silva. Jesse Monda. Alexa Naples. Douglas Nielsen. Megan Noonan. Regina Ogden. John O'Neill. Haley Pacini. Van Pistola. Deanna Pelosi. Kenya Perez Bautista. Associates with our next clause will report the education trustee and board of council. John Broward Jr. Timothy Delgado. Dylan DeLong. Dominic Lowe. Jake Shane. Dustin Duncan. Connor Walker. Joshua Edwards. Kiana Elisa Williams. Leanne Harrison. Carlos Rodriguez. Gabriel Rodriguez. Taylor Rogers. To assist us with our next performance will be Board of Education trustee, Mr. Robert Raymond. Madison Fitzgerald. Burke Francis. Anthony Frazier. Christina Conrado. Kirsten Vernon. Dylan Geiger. Matthew Jerry. Troy Good. Rachel Gregory. Daniel Rose. Carvajal. Charles Sargent. James Lipson. John Rocco. Sandra Smith. Crystal Sala. Darren Cooler. Benjamin Anthony. Teresa Hancock. Julia May Hanson. Abigail Harney. Catherine Patton. Tara Cochran. Angela Yacarino. Sarah Isabella. Kyla Jankowski. To assist with our next set of Oklahoma School Board of Education, Vice President, Mr. Darrell Gilbert. Grace Angeles. Sean Struggle. Stephanie Sunderland. David Shamel. China Chang. Joseph Viola. Haley Vandenberg. Jessica Gretchen. Myrelle James. Paul Hinderman. Riley Lavaca. Natalie Woody. Christopher Lopez Flores. Stephen and Sarah Gujardo. Juan Lei. Jenna Rosemary. Imagine Wise. Donald Woodbury. Julia Wynn. Eugene Zhao.
For the class of 2018, please stand. By the power vested in me by the Center Origin Board of Education and the New York State Department of Education, I now pronounce you graduates of Center Origin High School. Congratulations, you did it!
Thank you.